What's up? Welcome to Signal Theory. My name is Bradford. This is our first pedal capture pack. And you may be wondering what that is. Well, we have technology, which you'll see here on my desk. Stuff like this and TONEX to capture the sound of pedals such as this. Pedals such as this. So that's what's beautiful about technology. Hey, if you like this kind of content and you're actually interested in the world of modeling and what it can do, getting something like a $5,000 pedal that you can utilize in your equipment for $15, for example, why don't you subscribe? Make sure you join our email list as well. We'd love for you to join us. YouTube is a fun game, but it only is fun if we communicate. So you subscribe, you comment, we'll make videos, we'll comment back. Well, that's fun. Let's start with the Klon. This is like a mysterious pedal to a lot of people. It was like he wanted to make a pedal that sounded like your amp. And apparently that didn't exist in the late 90s. I don't know. And a lot of people say that it kind of reminds them of a Two Screamer in a way because of the mids. I get that. It doesn't lop off the lows, so it's not quite the same in that regard. But this thing's iconic. It can be used in so many different ways. It sounds really good gained all the way up. It sounds really good just like a little bit of gain. And like by little bit, I mean like below noon, you know, into taste and pushing with the volume. And it sounds really good, just like barely even on gain-wise. But you get to use this as you see fit. The warm capture, we captured with like the tone knob here at like 9 o'clock. The bright capture, we captured with the tone knob at like 3 o'clock. Okay, so we're gonna start with Quad Cortex. All right, so here's the free AC30 for you. We have it set extremely clean. We did that on purpose because, you know, don't want you to hear like what the pedal's doing. But when we drive the pedal, especially with this first one, which is the boost, you'll hear that it pushes. So that's just with the volume dimed and the gain off. Let's move up to 2. There we go. So just what I would be doing is just a little bit of tweaking on the EQ. All right, 3 warm, moving up. Now that's where I'm living. So I pull down just a little bit. The knobs are at noon. I just went 11 o'clock, mids 1 o'clock, treble 1 o'clock. Remember also, this is a very clean amp. If we had this amp gained up a little bit more, it would be reacting a little bit differently too, but we're just wanting to let you hear exactly as this thing sounds, like what you're getting. All right, here's 4. So that's where it's like getting juicy. 4 is where I would start if you run amps really clean. 3 is where I would start if you like stuff a little at the edge of breakup. Here's 5, rolling up in gain, of course. Same EQ stuff. Took bass, dropped it to 11 o'clock, mids to 1, treble to 1. This is what we're calling Klon X. Klon X is just, well, there's Klon X Bright, Klon X Warm, and Klon X. Klon X Warm and Bright are following the same procedure. Klon X is just with everything down. So here's a deluxe reverb. Let's use the 4 capture. Same EQ tricks I've been doing. Splitting the difference, bass to 11, mid and treble to 1. Let's just go go to bright real quick. That amp with it being so clean. So I'm gonna use mids. I'm gonna put treble at 11, bass and mids at 1. That sounds awesome. I'm like experiencing this in a different way myself.
All of these drive captures are linked below. They're all available for TONEX and for Quad Cortex. If Line 6 Stadium gives us the capability of capturing drives, we'll make stuff for Stadium as well as soon as we can. So I want to talk quickly about how you can use these. So the way that they come in, like in the Quad Cortex, for example, bass, middle, treble, gain, volume, all just straight up the middle, that is going to replicate how we captured the pedals. Each capture, just leave it straight at noon on all the controls. Now, of course, you can start tweaking, and it's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to, destroy the integrity of the capture if you pull the gain back or push the volume. Now, for TONEX, at least on my TONEX demo, you've seen my dual big TONEX pedal rig. This TONEX has been housing the drive captures. This one has been amps the whole time. Now, of course, you can buy like a TONEX 1 for, I don't know, $150, $160. And then you can toggle between two different overdrives, off, and then two different drive captures on. So you can use that as an overdrive. You could use the big TONEX pedal to give you like 3 different drives all at the press of a button. On the TONEX, as same as the Quad Cortex, all your parameters set at noon. Input gain on the TONEX, we recommend setting it to 0 with our captures, 0 to +1. With TONEX, there's so many different ways to gain stage. So it's important to remember that, turning the volume down is going to make the pedal, the capture, react less like the way we captured it. So the way we captured it, you want gain at straight up noon, bass, middle, treble, straight up. I think it's 5.0 on the pedal. And then you can change, there's a lot of parameters you can change, the model, volume, output level. So you can just set the output to what sounds best with whatever amp thing you're running into, whether it's another TONEX pedal, HX Stomp, a real amp, whatever you've got that's replicating an amp or is an amp. You can set up the TONEX pedal to hit it at different levels, but that's kind of how we recommend using it. We are offering all of these together in a sort of pack. Get all 8 drives, every capture from all 8 drives. It's a ton of captures. That's all available at signaltheoryaudio.com. Linked below. You can buy these a la carte, individually, or as one big pack. Hey, thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you in the next one.